as a kid growing up in the 70s, Carl Sagan was a big thing to watch for us. So we watched Cosmos, I think, every episode right as it came out. So the vastness of the universe certainly always had a great fascination personally. And so I was looking up and researching and seeing the various government, private, public partnerships of the highest level of scientists. And it seemed pretty clear to me that within our own galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, they estimate from 2 to 4 billion stars alone, many of which they believe to have planets around each star. But apparently we have at least cataloged numerically through computer systems identification of over 100 million actually cataloged galaxies. And so probabilities increase vastly when you have 2 to 4 billion stars with solar systems in our own galaxy, and there are numbered, cataloged at least about 100 million, or at least the tens of millions, I should say. I can't quite, it's a little fuzzy still, from our own cataloging that there are innumerable other galaxies, and they project there to be in the trillions based on their current calculations. So I would certainly say the probability is higher, but perhaps God just wasn't interested in us learning about this, because Acts is very clear. When St. Paul talks about in God we live and move and have our being, he also discusses that God set times and boundaries for us to grope for him, to discover him at just a natural level through the things that God has made. And so perhaps there have been boundaries set on human experience and knowledge that until we reach certain understandings of God and creation itself, there's no need to have knowledge of other things till we get right the very things God wants us to get right now. And so perhaps as we've advanced and we've been fruitful and multiplied and spread over the whole earth, that as we've developed, we've reached certain needs and developments, and God begins through God's destiny for humans to open up to our minds things that we weren't yet prepared to incorporate into our understanding of the world and understanding of creation. So God works with us, as he's always done in accord with what the church teaches, through a divine pedagogy, bringing us, laying foundations, developing us, as you have to develop a child into maturity. So why tell a child things it can't understand? God's more interested in our moral development than in our scientific achievement, because science doesn't save us, but faithfulness to God and goodwill unites us with God for salvation. He's more concerned with our eternal destiny than our material destiny.